It's easy to believe that presence just happens, that somehow when life clears up, we're calm and in control. But the truth is, sis, presence doesn't show up on its own. It's something we must create intentionally, or we risk the very moments that give us joy and our life meaning. I'm Dr. Phyllis, and welcome to episode 93 of the Own Your Yes podcast. And today's topic is own the moment or lose the moment, making presence a daily priority. Wow. You will hear me talk a lot about presence because it is at the core of my coaching programs. It's at the core of this podcast. It's really a very special area of personal growth that I had to go through. And I feel that it is so important that we, as high achieving, busy Christian women, that we focus on. Yet there have been many moments over the years that presence really was not a priority in my life. As I've shared, in all of the running around, being so overcommitted and depleted, I was living a life on autopilot where I was just going through the motions, being so disconnected from what was going on around me. Oh yeah, I was very active. I was making sure my children were involved in multiple different activities. I was trying to show up as the parent volunteer, as a volunteer in the community, going the extra mile at work, doing what I thought in terms of responding to the needs of my immediate and extended family and my friends. Yet, sis, in reality, I wasn't present. I wasn't engaged. I was actually very disengaged, which led to more depletion. I was the mom that would be at their music performances, dance performance, competitions, gymnastics competitions with my video camera. I was the one who was capturing the photos, getting the videos so I could save till later to show the kids, show the family. I was so busy trying to capture the moment that I wasn't living in the moment. I was so busy on family vacations trying to be the activity director and making sure that everyone got to where they needed to get to and making sure, and creating responsibility to make sure that they were fine, that they had a good time. Taking on, as I said, this responsibility, like their enjoyment was dependent on what I did, to the point that I would be just as tired or more tired than when we left for the vacation because I could not relax. I did not take advantage of being in the moment. And it was almost at a certain point that I was looking to others to give me the permission or to pat me on the back to say, "Oh, you've done such a great job. You really should take a break." And then even when they did offer, "Oh, no, no, I'm fine. I don't need to take a break. Thank you so much." Because then it rolled into wearing this distorted narrative or tape or thought that I kept replaying on what I thought the definition of being a resilient woman was. And again, it just left me feeling depleted. And I have to admit, sometimes resentful because I felt like everybody else, my if you're watching me, the air quotes, everybody else was enjoying life and prospering, and I wasn't having any fun. I wasn't relaxing. I didn't feel that I was living in my purpose. And all of this, all because I wasn't taking ownership of my presence. I wanted to spend more time with God. I wanted to focus on my health more. I wanted to look at doing more fun stuff. But again, I didn't take ownership. Does this resonate with you? I have had multiple conversations with women just like you, just like me, who have been feeling the same. And I had to break out of that passive mode of waiting till tomorrow or waiting for someone to give me permission or waiting until something happened to break up the monotony. I had to do it, sis. I had to do it. And now you have to do it. If you were out there feeling like your life is one big monotonous pattern of to-do lists and you just feel so disconnected and you wonder, how did I get here? When do I get to start enjoying life? Then I want you to take this main point to heart. Presence is not passive, it is active. In the middle of chaotic, busy schedules, caregiving, endless to do lists, you can easily slip into spectator mode, watching life pass you by rather than engaging in it. But when you actively create moments of presence throughout the day, you are able to shift from feeling powerless to feeling anchored, even when life around you remains busy. Presence is a daily yes you have to choose to own. And I want to share with you a framework, a approach that I have developed and followed and daily to make sure to tap into presence. This is something that you actually can do, even in the midst of your calendar feeling that it's full and the demands keep being put up on you and you're being pulled. This is what I call the pause method for creating daily presence. The P stands for prepare your mindset daily. Begin each day with a short, intentional pause. For me, I do scripture, a prayer. I try to always focus on creating a moment of gratitude. And I want you to do this as well. A scripture, a prayer, focusing on a area of gratitude, anything that centers your spirit before you get going during the day and the world, your demands, your to-do list starts pulling at you. A is for anchor in awareness. Throughout the day, catch moments where you might be drifting into what I call that autopilot, where you're just doing. Name it and gently bring your attention back to the present moment. The use micro moments wisely. I want to say that again. Use micro moments wisely. Presence does not require hours, sometimes just even 90 seconds of deep breathing, noticing your surroundings, or truly listening to someone, the person talking to you, is enough to reset your presence. This is one that I do. Wherever I am, and when I feel that my mind is just getting clouded and just I feel the pressure in my head of what is going on, or a new thing that's come up, or assignment or task, or multiple things hitting me from different directions, I stop. It could be stopping to look up at the sky. It may be walking outside to look up. Even when it's raining, if it's safe, I stop and listen to the birds chirping. I stop and feel the wind blowing across my face. Even where I live, my neighbors have a swimming pool. And as their waterfall cycles, I stop and listen to it because I love the ocean and it brings me back to that. There are even apps that you can use that have nature sounds. Even YouTube has different videos that, or Spotify or Amazon, whatever you're listening, or Apple Music, your platform, you can just quickly turn on something. There's even electric devices that I know that are sound have nature sounds, like radios that have nature sounds. But nowadays, as you know, you can get almost anything on your phone. Click that on and recenter yourself. So you use micro moments wisely. S, surrender what you cannot control. We kind of touched upon this last week. Surrender what you cannot control. Release the guilt or pressure to fix everything. Ask God to hold what you cannot carry. And E, engage fully where your feet are. Even if you are in a situation, maybe it's for your kids, your spouse or significant other, or another family member, or work, or whatever it is, engage where you are. Fully give your attention to your mind, your heart, your spirit, where you're at the moment. So to review, the pause method for creating daily presence. P, prepare your mindset daily. A, anchor in awareness. U, use micro moments wisely. S, surrender what you cannot control. And E, engage fully where your feet are. Today, I want you, sis, to identify one trigger point where you often slip into this disconnected, disengaged, autopilot method or navigation in life. Maybe it's rushing out the door, answering me emails, or multitasking during dinner. If you're sliding into a habit like this, I want you to identify one of those trigger points as you're going through the day. What triggers you into being not present? Identify one trigger point. And I want you, for that trigger point, to commit to inserting one of these pause moments right there. How can you bring yourself back? And I want you to write it down. I truly believe that writing it down, or you hear me say, put it in your phone, dictate it in your phone. I do believe in writing things down because it allows you to quickly refer to it. And I think by actually going through the manual motion of writing it down, it sticks with us even better than dictating it. Write it down. Set a reminder to review it. Consider even discussing it with someone. But most importantly, is I want you to start practicing presence intentionally. If you want presence, you got to own it. You have to create it. It's not going to happen passively. It's not going to happen on accident. You have to take that same intention, that same passion, that same dedication, that same concern, and create your moments of presence like you do for everything else in your life and everyone else in your life that matters to you. You have to matter to you. And you have to create these moments of pause so you can make the most of your moments and not lose them. So for this week, along with the exercise, I want you, sis, to take away this. I have to give you a little takeaway point. Take home, what is it? Your homework. Move from waiting for presence to happen. As I said, it's important to own your yes to presence. Say yes to presence daily. Presence is not something others create for you. You have the agency and the permission. Agency means you have the ownership power and the permission to create it right where you are right now. When you own your moments, you reclaim your power to engage with your life than just running through or drifting through your life. Remember to pause. So look for those trigger points and remember to own your yes to presence today. Don't lose any more moments. And most importantly, sis, remember, It's never too late to own your yes. I love you. I'm praying for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now.